Arcana Putrescere is the witchcraft of rot, whispered into the marrow of the great hunger's chosen. It is not taught, but given as a gift from Beelzebub, pressed into the veins of those who gorge upon corruption. Through it, the Matagot Hag and her favoured spawn summon swarms, split flesh, and spill bile, twisting battlefield and victim alike into shrines of decay. Butcher knights are blasphemous parodies of chivalry, once noble warriors now reshaped by the Great Hunger. Their twisted armour drips with ichor, their weapons spread infection with every strike. Driven by unholy hunger, they hunt with discipline and cruelty, harvesting flesh as offerings to Beelzebub, sustaining the swarm through ritualized slaughter and cannibal devotion. Desiccated Husks are emaciated thralls cursed by the Great Hunger. Their gaunt, sinewed frames belie unnatural endurance as they form grim phalanxes to protect their masters. Clad in rusted armour and wielding corroded blades, they kill with precision and feast mid-battle, ensuring no flesh is wasted. Eternal hunger binds them to Beelzebub's will. Gregori Goula are rare, winged abominations of the Great Hunger, towering and gaunt, their corpse-white flesh stretched over elongated frames. Unlike thralls, they stalk prey with intelligence and precision, their wings shedding virulent contagion even as they consume. Revered as holy by Beelzebub's cult, they are predators without allegiance, devouring mortal and infected alike, leaving only ruin. The Great Maul is a lord of tumors whose body has collapsed into a colossal gaping cavity of gnashing tumor-lined flesh. It is less a creature than an endless mouth, forever opening, swallowing, and birthing new blasphemies from its rotten depths. The Great Maul exists only to consume, its hunger unbound, its presence a living wound upon the earth. A Matagot Hag is born when a woman conceives upon lands poisoned by the dormant Great Hunger. Her first child emerges screaming praises to Beelzebub. Begging to be devoured, she obliges, and the curse takes hold. Each 7th day thereafter, he birds a new thrall, an unholy brood to march against Christendom in the service of the Lord of the Flies. Grail Thralls are the ravenous infantry of the Great Hunger, stripped of all reason and reduced to hollow vessels of consumption. Emaciated yet grotesquely bloated, they shamble in endless hordes, driven only by the scent of flesh. Their gaping maws and sharpened claws tear indiscriminately, spreading plague and ruin. To face them is to face famine incarnate. Flythrolls are airborne horrors birthed from the Great Hunger, their spines torn open to sprout membranous wings. Their torsos churn with maggots and larvae, spilling corruption wherever they hover. Surrounded by swarms, they spread disease through air and flesh alike, rendering entire regions uninhabitable. To face them is to drown in infestation and rot. The Great Hunger is not merely a disease, nor is it an army. It is a lingering wound upon the world, a festering malignancy left in the wake of Beelzebub's war against creation. It is a strain of the Black Grail virus that is not wielded as a tool of conquest by the Order of the Fly, but rather as a means of ensuring that the corruption endures, even in defeat. Where the armies of the Grail seek to march upon the living, the Hunger seeks only to consume and multiply. The forces of the Black Grail taint the land itself. Where their influence takes root, all organic matter becomes a vector for further corruption. twisting and reshaping itself into a form pleasing to Beelzebub. Unlike the immediate, aggressive infections seen in the front lines of battle, the Great Hunger is subtle, taking hold in the ruined remains of abandoned towns, carnal grounds, and forgotten battlefields. It does not seek to conquer. Instead, it waits. It endures. Even if a region is reclaimed from the Grail's influence, the hunger can lurk beneath the surface for weeks, months, or even years, waiting for the moment when the corruption is no longer expected, no longer feared. The infected do not function as part of a greater war effort, nor do they serve in the ordered ranks of Beelzebub's hosts. Instead, they are driven by one singular compulsion: the need to feed. The more they consume, the longer it takes for the bodies and minds of the infected to be reshaped into something monstrous. Unlike the warbands of the Black Grail, these creatures are not soldiers, they are carrion, predators of opportunity, lurking in the ruins and shadows of past conflicts. Where the Order of the Fly seeks to expand its dominion, the Hunger seeks to undo the natural order of life itself. In the heart of Beelzebub lies a pure and utter loathing for the concept of creation, and with mothers and the birthing process bearing the brunt of his hatred. Reflecting this, at the heart of every outbreak are the Matagot Hags, grotesque abominations mocking the sanctity of birth itself. These are the favoured of Beelzebub's children, and they are the first to emerge, created by pregnant mothers infected with the tainted remains of those who linger too long in these damned lands. They feed upon the flesh of the living until their bellies swell with grotesque life, birthing forth more horrors to spread the plague anew. Their keening wails are known to shatter the resolve of even the most faithful, luring prey into their grasp with the cruelest of deceptions, the voice of a mother calling for her child. The creatures spawned from the hunger do not march, they spread. They lurch across the land, following the instinctual pull of their endless starvation, seeking fresh meat to consume, fresh bodies to corrupt. Unlike the Order of the Fly, which operates with grim efficiency, those afflicted by the hunger are chaotic, relentless, and unpredictable. Though they lack the organization of a military force, their low cunning and animalistic ferocity make them a danger far greater than their numbers suggest. They do not fight for conquest or fate. They fight because they must, because the hunger demands it, because the alternative is to be consumed by their own starvation or to feast upon each other. The only known defense against the Great Hunger is absolute eradication. No trace of its infection may be left unburned, no corpse unpurged. And there you go, folks, the sculpts for the Great Hunger miniatures that will be coming from Creature Caster in conjunction with the folks at Trench Crusade. And as always, the sculptors at Creature Caster have just absolutely killed it. So for those who wish to know, this campaign will be going live on October 2nd. You will be able to back it, and it will be exclusive to my mini factory. So save your pennies and get ready to spend your ducats, I guess, on more miniatures for Trench Crusade. That's it for this video. There will be a lot more stuff coming over the next few weeks. Thank you so much for watching, as always.